Muay Thai is Thailand's national sport, and it's more than just an event. It's a culture, a way of life, and for many, a belief system. And without context, watching a fight can feel like staring at a language you don't quite speak yet. So today, we're joining MagicalTrip to experience Muay Thai in a way that makes sense, with training, cultural context, and live fights at one of the most iconic venues in the sport. Welcome to Bangkok, I'm Cal. I'm here at Tongla BTS, and we're gonna go meet our guide at the Muay Thai Training Center. I immediately spotted Bo waiting outside with a sign. She was easy to recognize from her photo online, which might sound like a small detail, but it added comfort, trust, and predictability. Once inside the gym, she took time to explain what Muay Thai represents in Thailand. A disciplined practice shaped by history, repetition, and respect, with roots that stretch back long before it was ever formalized as a sport. Inside the gym, Bo introduced us to our trainers, a seasoned former champion, and a younger fighter currently competing at a high level. And before any instruction began, we observed the Y Crew, a core ritual of Muay Thai. Y refers to respect, Crew means teacher, and Ram Muay describes the ritualized movements that follow. Together, it's a way for fighters to honor their trainers, their gym, their family, and the lineage they represent before a fight begins. A light practice sparring session followed, highlighting striking techniques and balance in a relaxed, good-natured exchange. Only after that did the training begin, starting with footwork and balance. This was actually my first time practicing Muay Thai, and it didn't take long to notice how stiff my hips were. Once we started moving laterally, the recent holiday diet definitely didn't help with stamina either. The trainers, however, were friendly and relaxed, making the session approachable and suitable for all skill levels. From there, we moved into striking practice, working through kicks, elbows, and knees, with the emphasis staying firmly on technique rather than force, and plenty of individual guidance along the way. Finally, we transitioned into pad work to put everything together, and this is where the intensity picked up noticeably, with strike combinations called out in quick succession. Each of us received individual coaching, with trainers correcting angles mid-combination, adjusting posture, and pushing just enough to keep things challenging without crossing into overwhelming. By the end, everyone was genuinely tired, but in a good way, and more importantly, we developed a physical understanding of just how demanding Muay Thai really is. That's a very good workout. I'm gassed. We finished with the Y Crew, or at least an attempt at it, and maintaining balance while moving through each position was far more difficult than it looked. Afterward, everyone cleaned up and we made our way outside to the waiting van that would take us across the city to the world-famous Rajadamnern Stadium. And the comfortable ride gave an opportunity to rest in preparation for the coming fight night. Bo was highly knowledgeable, and I asked her about additional tours that she recommends. Does MagicTrips offer any other tours?
We have Ayutthaya hidden gems. That one-day trip to Ayutthaya to see the highlight of Ayutthaya, like the Buddha here under the bo tree, and kind of the sanctuary that has been stolen, and the gold museum, yes, and taste the cotton candy with the roti. That is a signature of Ayutthaya.
that sounds
Yeah, that is one of the tour.
MagicalTrip is a top-rated tour company from Japan and was the recipient of TripAdvisor's Best of the Best award in both 2024 and 2025. They recently expanded into Thailand, offering 15-plus tours, working with experienced local guides to offer access and cultural context you wouldn't normally get on your own. I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can check out the full details, and you can use the coupon code CAL1024 for a 5% discount. Bo handled everything on arrival, organizing tickets and wristbands, so entry was smooth and unhurried, and with about an hour to go until the first fight, there was plenty of time to grab food and drinks at nearby restaurants or inside the stadium itself. Rajadamnern is one of the most important Muay Thai venues in the country, and it has played a central role in shaping the modern sport, complete with its own ranking system and championship titles that fighters still chase today. And as the fighters entered the ring, the familiar music of the Y crew rang out through the stadium, and what might otherwise look like a simple ceremony felt practical and grounded. The energy rose and fell in waves across the evening. Some bouts were fast and aggressive, while others were more measured and strategic, with fighters testing each other patiently rather than rushing. The full fight night ran for over 4 hours, split into 2 main blocks. And while training earlier in the day didn't turn anyone into an expert, it provided a framework. You could appreciate how difficult it is to maintain posture under pressure, how exhausting it is to stay balanced for multiple rounds, and how much mental discipline it takes to remain composed in such an intense environment. After the first block, the immersive intermission began, filling the stadium with a striking visual and audio display that traced the history and symbolism of Muay Thai around the arena.
The Thai warriors centuries ago, athletes at Rajadamnern covered their heads with mukor, a sacred headpiece. It brings blessings from their teachers and reinforces their bond and respect. They put on Rajia, a handcrafted talisman Thai warriors wore to channel strength and protection from their ancestors. Before each bout, fighters circle the ring, bowing their heads at every corner in the ancient ceremony of Waikru. Through a dance deeply rooted in their own heritage and spirituality, fighters